Right, I should be live now. So, howdy everyone. Welcome to the Manufacturers Cup for 2026. I know I didn't do the first race. I was getting absolutely hammered in a pub when the first one started. So this is my first race. This is the round 2 in the GT3s. I don't know if Split 2 and Split 3 have... Well, GT2 Split and GT3 Split have a Group 4 race, I think. But in GT1 Split, we have just Group 3s. That Porsche's very loud. As you can hear, I've obviously gone with Porsche for the Manufacturers Cup. I mean, I don't think I've ever been with Porsche before. I've done a lot of Ferrari ones because I did like the 458, but now that they sort of toned it down a bit, I think, to get more people to use the 296, but then I don't like how much torque the 296 has. So it's got a bit too much wheel spin for my like. And it's probably down to the... I think it's got a turbo in it as well, and I don't like how that turbo is. It's kind of like the M6 in a way. It's a very difficult car to get around a track, the M6, and I find the same with the 296. But I'm hoping for a good result here, considering that we're obviously in a Porsche in a race that's going to be affected by rain. So I'm hoping that the fact that this is a mid-engine car will serve me well. Hopefully. But we'll see. Now, I've only done a handful of interlaps around here. I haven't actually done any dry running. There's probably lobbies online that you can join, but I haven't bothered. I think with GT3 cars, as long as I have a couple of laps, which is what I'll get in qualifying, I should be okay. I should be able to get up to speed quickly. I just thought it'd be more important to do this because this is sort of a very difficult track to do in a GT3 car. It's very narrow, this track. It's probably better suited to Group 4s, if I'm honest. But trying to do it in a Group 3 in this weather, it feels like it's a go-kart track. Because there's not a whole lot of places where you can actually get some proper speed going. Especially when you do that. See, that's why I need to practice, because I've just absolutely fucked the final corner. This is also my first race for my new sim racing team, Race Asylum, as you see on the rear wing there. So I'm hoping to have a good result. I'm hoping that I don't cock it up. I'm normally, don't want to blow my own trumpet, and I don't want to jinx it too much, but I prefer these types of races when it's raining, because I feel like there's more chaos to be thrown up. And I feel like some people are just so hardwired to driving a certain way that they don't like driving in the wet because it's just different to what they're used to. So I'm hoping I can be a bit more adaptable. And some of my best races have come in the wet, so I'm hoping for the same amount of luck today, although having said all that, I bet I've jinxed it and now I'm going to have an absolute stinker for this first attempt. And I'll have to go again later on. Well, I am finding out that the Porsche's actually got a really long first gear, which is actually useful for these conditions. It prevents a lot of the wheel spin that you expect. trying to break on the racing line around here is very, very risky because it is. The walls aren't actually that far away around here. It does feel like you are pinned in on a semi-street circuit. Jesus Christ. That is a lot of water. I'm thinking as well, in the race I might slip the brake balance forward just to try and stop the rear end coming around, but and at the moment, even though this is heavy wet conditions, the car feels okay. I'm obviously like dragging the absolute nuts off of it to try and get some performance in just like hot lapping. But I think in a race situation where it's sort of like an endurance race, I think it'll be a nice car. Normally, as I said, I like the fact that I'm in a mid-engine car for this race because typically front-engine cars will be the harder ones to drive. They'll have more power usually, and then they'll also have more understeer because of where the engine is. But I think even if it's like this in the race, where it's this much heavy rain, I still think Inters is the best shout. Because as long as you can keep it on the roads, Inters are only like, especially around a track this short, they're about just under a second slower. If you could make the difference up, that could be quite interesting. There's no mandatory tyres for this race, so you can run whatever you want, but I feel like the tyre wear's that nuts that I don't think... Oh my god, I got Roses in there, what the hell? Where is he? There he is. Oh my god, I've got pressure now, I've got to do well now. That's weird. I did not know he was here. Well, obviously, because I don't make the matchmaking. I didn't know he was on my like driver level though. I thought it was an A+ rated driver. What are the points looking like? 222 for a win. Right. I think a podium will be good. A podium, because obviously it's my first proper race of 2026. I think a podium would be a good result. I don't think there's actually that many. There's one other Porsche. Normally there's like at least 3 Porsches in a race. I don't know, I haven't looked at all of the cars. But the hardest bit will just be getting the first chicane right. Because I'm just... Some people are still on wets and inters. I think the brake balance is 0 for now. I think the Porsche's actually, because it's a little bit of an older car, I think it actually has a lot of natural understeer. And I do prefer me some understeer. I don't actually like a car that's got a raging back end on it. We've got some gnarly tyre wear there. That is done 4 corners and it's basically already starting to show, yeah, these tyres aren't going to be optimal. So I do need to chill out. Here's Roses in front of me. Good old Tulip. But I am pushing on this outlap because I do actually need to learn how to drive the track quickly. I'm actually going to be nice to this guy. I'm actually going to let him have that. Could have been faster, but oh well. Just got to see, because I don't know, if I get this lap done, I think I can come back to the pits, put some new tyres on, and then have another go. I can go a lot faster around there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have another go, because that was not my finest chicane. That was a shocking run around there as well. The tyres are already knackered. They just feel awful. I can see Rosie's getting pole there. Well, provisional pole at least. Yep, he's just gone to the top. I think he's actually just come out in front of me. Yeah, he has. Right, I'm going to take this outlap a little bit easier now. I've learnt the track, basically. So now I'm just going to take it a little bit easier. Jesus Christ, I'm 1.2 seconds off. Jesus. Well, there's no one behind me. I've got plenty of time to do this lap. I can brake later for the chicane. I can brake later for this hairpin down here. I need to brake a little bit early for 50 pence and then not run so hard through the first two apexes. Because ideally you don't want to touch the second one, because you need to actually have a good enough line to go through the last two flat out. But yeah, the problem is that trying to preserve tyre wear on a controller, it's like trying to get blood from a stone. It ain't happening, really. I've actually got this going for me, so I need to let him go. I don't know what he's doing. Not a great bounce off that corner, but there's time to be made up into turn one as well, so we'll see what we can do. If that was legal, that was the best chicane I think I've ever done around there. That was so quick. Yeah, 3/10 up already. Love it. Oh, fuck, no way. Is that track limits? Better not be. I lost time, so be nice. I don't know how I got away with that, because I was definitely over the white line, but we'll see where this puts us. I think I lost a little bit of time around there, but... Oh, 6/10 improvement, I'll take that. Oh my god, Tulip managed to get within a 10th of pole. Jesus Christ, he's so quick. And in that Lexus, around a twisty track like this, I don't think I can do that. With my practice being as short as it has been, I don't think I can do that. There's a lot of Ferraris that I've noticed. There's 1, 2, 3 Ferraris, which is a lot more than normal. You just beat the NSX, I think. That's just got in front of me. Repping the little Beamer. What a guy. So, I'm very big boss. Alright, let's remember to change to the Inters. What's the weather looking like? Wet. Yeah, it's going to be quite heavy. Oh, I don't know. Surface water, 49%. So at the moment, that's Inters, easily. But I'm thinking, by the time it passes... I've got no idea. This is a shot in the dark here, but we're committed now. We're going to go on Inters. We're going to try not die. At the end of the day, if you're even on wets, it's still going to be treacherous out there. So I might as well try and prioritise my car for the crossover point and try and win some places on strategy. Because the only way I'm beating those top two is with a good strategy. I think we can burn a bit of fuel here, I don't think. I don't think fuel's an issue, if I'm honest. I think tyres is more the bigger issue here. They're both for like which one to be on and also preserving them. Man filter. That's a cursed livery, having a Manti livery on a Ferrari. That's cool, the Manufacturers' Cup car. A bit of anime. The Gran Turismo Porsche. And KFC chicken. Let me wish Roses good luck. At least I'd have a good one there, so I've never seen it do that before. What's the weather saying? We have actually got time for Inters right now. So... just gotta stay out. Hope for the best. I've just completely fucked him. Well done, Finn. I've just completely fucked your race. Rose is down to third. This is just treacherous conditions out here now. Oh my god. Tell you what, I'm faster than the leader right now. Ow. No! I've just fucked him into the wall. Oh, what a fucking idiot. Why have I done that? That is not my finest moment. I'm deeply sorry. I'm really sorry about that, because that was not his fault. I just completely understeered. I came off the curb and I just didn't realise how much the car was going to bounce. I just didn't really think about what I was doing there. So of course the car would just bounce off it poorly. But I think that might explain the yellow flag on the previous lap as to what happened there, because that was probably why the other car was spun out. And again, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Just chill out, Finn. You've got 20 laps, for God's sake.
Yeah, fair enough. I did cut that quite nastily. Oh, it's already dry, like, ooh. It's already gone to dry weather. Oh no, wait, well, there's a lot more rain coming, okay. Oh my god, what the fuck happened there? Nice lag. Ah. Right, fucking concentrate, Finn, what are you doing? This has been the most janky ass race I've ever done. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not bothering. Keep that door open for me, I'm going through. I don't think you really need to cool your tyres down. I think we're going to be getting rain any minute now. Probably could have gone away with actually first gear there. If it absolutely pisses it down, then I've got a chance to catch to the leaders again, but at the moment I'm losing a lot of time to them because I'm cocking up a lot of shit right now. Come on, rain. I'm driving like a complete lunatic at the moment because I'm absolutely murdering these inters. Yep, there's the rain. And my inters are very shit now. Anyone who's on wets will have not enjoyed that. Where's he going? Oh, he's gonna put wets on. Well, he's had wets on. I presume that's for... Well, I presume that's to get inters back on his car. Come on, just piss it down. If it gets back to heavy wet conditions, then I will be the fastest car on track. I have no doubt about that. What the fuck am I playing at? Like, this has been one of the worst races I've ever done on this game. For, like, sure, just, like, keeping my head. Remember what I said about jinxing my chances in the wet? Yeah, I think I've done that. And that's not helping, having a bunch of lag. When this dries up, I need it to dry up really quickly, because otherwise I'm going to be sat on some really dead inters because I didn't look after them earlier. That was good though. No, you don't normally get racing in that part of the track. It's already slicks. It's already slick tires around that section. they going to come in? No, they stay out. I love that, because that gives me more time to perform an undercut. Oh, but Rose is pits. So I think he's seen the fact that I've come in, and he's now... Oh, no. It's alright. Yeah, it's definitely time. Might have been able to get away with softs, actually. Because it's not actually, the tyre is not nearly... No! Roses has spun it! Oh no! They've still not pitted yet. Oh my god, Tulip would have been winning the race had he not span there. Oh, mate. Well. Fucking hell, Finn. You had the lead for 2 seconds. You've already thrown it away. Jesus Christ, he's pushing his luck out there. I didn't know which way he was going to go though. He's sort of drifting over to the other side of the track. Fuck off, Finn. Stop doing that. Second time you cocked up that chicane now. Nah. Now Rose is going to have a fantastic chance at the lead. Because we both fucking hell, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm supposed to be good in the wet and I'm just cocking up every single lap. How the fuck is he so fast? He must be on soft, surely. That's the only reason why I can think why he'd be that rapid right now. Oh my god, I've done it again! Like, what am I doing? Fucking, just get into gear, Finn! I've never raged this much at myself in my life. I've always been angry. But fucking hell, what am I doing? I'm getting way too excited seeing these two race each other and I'm like, yes, I want to get involved. You've got to actually fucking drive well to get there, Finn. That seems to be the bit where they're slowest compared to me, is through that little chicane. Roses has gone for the trip. Right, my turn. This GTR is putting up a good defence, but I feel like it's only because other people have been cocking up. I'm not saying that's like an excuse for him, it's just being like, I feel like if the three of us chasing him hadn't been making so many mistakes, we would have been past him by now. Oh yeah, about that thing about should I put softs on or not? Yes, I definitely should have put mediums on. Because these tyres are already fucked. I think we both went deep there. That was not ideal. I think it's actually pretty dry now, off the line. It's been good from that GTR, I'll give him credit, because that was, he had 4 people faster than him. And he's managed to hold on. Well, I mean, he's still got a lap left. Roses could have the last lap of dreams and overtake him, but I don't think it's going to happen with the way that his form's been. Because my fronts just feel knackered. I think Roses might be a bit upset that he span out. Because I think without that, he definitely would have won. I mean, just about how far he's actually managed to recover. I think just bring this home. I think it's not been my greatest race, and that is an understatement. And we'll enjoy P3. That's a good result for me, to be honest. I did say I wanted a podium, and well, if I just get the last bit of the lap right, I've got it. Roses has actually caught him. That's insane how quickly he's caught. Oh my god, they might actually have him. Nah, he looked like he was going to have a fantastic run, but I don't think he's quite done it. Come on, Roses. Please let there be shenanigans. Oh my god! Who's gonna win? No! He missed it! By 24 thousandths! Oh my god. That is heartbreaking for Tulip. I can't believe that. Man, the guy who started on pole DNF'd. Jesus. I think from what happened in that race, I should have won that. From Rose's perspective, I think he should have won that. The Italian in the Ferrari probably should have won that, because I think he led the start of the race. Based on pure pace, the French guy in the Beamer should have won. This NSX should have probably been up there as well, who finished 8th. But I feel like I have to apologise again for
my standards in that race. It wasn't great, unfortunately. That was good. I don't know how happy he is, Roses, but yeah. Well, we shall take a look at the replay because I think it was an eventful race. I probably could have done better though. I might do another attempt at that. We'll see. Let's have a look at these incidents because, I mean, turn 1, lap 5, not great. Not turn. No, lap 1, turn 5. Did I say that? I can't remember. I'm going insane. Let's get the data up as well. Because coming down here, I don't know why the game is so loud. Coming down into here, just completely missed the braking point, and then obviously I'm cranking the steering lock on. Thankfully, he got less damage than I did there. Because, yeah, I knackered the front of my car doing that. But it was just like... I just thought there was more grip on offer. When did I actually brake, though? Here. Right, yeah, that's... I broke later than where you do in the wet. In the drive, sorry. And it was raining. And I broke after the 100 board. Yeah. Major misjudgment there. Probably could have won had I not done this. Like, if you take the time off, I'm 4 seconds up the road. If you just take my race time, it's like, well, 4.5 seconds, because I have track limits as well. And then, so you drop back. Which lap did I crash into the Alpha? It's not this one, because, yeah. Because now he's... So, I mean, at this point, I'm, like, flying, and I'm thinking I'm the dog's bollocks. But then I just absolutely ride this curb and drive into the side of this Alpha. And he's dead. He's out. And then somehow this gets even worse for him. He's not even... By the time he gets to the... Oh, mate. I feel so sorry. He did not deserve that. He was just minding his own business, and all of a sudden 2 dickheads have come along and destroyed his race in the span of about 2 corners. I need to know... yeah, I need to know what happened to this guy. Why is he so far back? Inside 12. Oh. So he goes down the inside. Oh, and just dips a wheel in the grass. He was barely on the throttle, though. And he's on wets as well. But the interesting thing was, a lot of people are actually on inters. I thought more people would go for wets, seeing what the conditions were like. Yeah, and Tulip fighting for his life for this guy. Although having said that, the amount of people using traction control is quite upsetting. I don't think they use traction control in real life, but like, I just think it's, on Gran Turismo especially, it's a bit cheap. Because it doesn't actually benefit your traction control, it just worsens your traction. the... And the thing is as well, is that my strategy was perfect. I saw it in the bottom left, here. Oh, well, that's not a great indicator because I'm off the racing line. But I was looking at the track conditions here. And I was like, okay, so it's not dry weather yet. And then we got to the final corner. And I got to this bit, and I was like, wait, that's dipping below, like 33% track moisture, which is the indication that it should be dries by now. So I was thinking, right, okay, coming to the pits now. But then this was a risk because I thought, well, I'm not really going to win this race, I don't think, because I've had too many mistakes. So I'm going to try and go balls to the wall. Just noticed there's a guy here. Another incident for Matey. Again, same thing. Just, oh my god, the amount of moisture in that grass is scary. That the moisture meter was almost full. Yeah, and then this guy, he's winning. Well, the Merc that I crashed into at the start of the race is now in second. So yeah, it's clearly my crash with him didn't really slow him down all that much. So yeah, so I come out, and I was like, immediately, I got like a lot of turning grip there. Like, I was actually surprised. I don't know what's this guy done? So that everyone at this point is trying to cool their inters down. Oh, he just got taken out by lag. Or maybe that's just on my end, because that could just be because it's on my end, actually. So yeah, come ahead of this guy. I think I already was ahead of this guy. Oh dear. They've somehow managed to hit each other whilst ghosted. That's a new one to me, I'm telling you. And then I come across my mate in the Alpha, who I'm surprised he let me go this easily, although I don't think his tyres really had a choice. Oh, he did rejoin there, but then his tyres just wouldn't have it. So then the Merc comes in, he's zooming off Inters. Yeah, then Inters, look how bad their tyre wear is. Obviously these are front engine cars, so their fronts are going to be bad. But yeah, it's a good job they did come in then, because, well, actually, even though the Ferrari here, knackered tyres. Porsche, I think, this might have been the guy, yeah, this is the guy who pitted for Inters. He pitted for fresh Inters. And then Roses, he comes out in front of me, like, he would have easily won this race had it not been for this one mistake. Because he's coming through here, and he's just trying to build the tyre temps up. Oh, I didn't even see that. Someone else spammed in front of him. Oh, so he comes out on softs, he's gone deep. And he's looped it. Tulip's then come around the corner and also looped it. That's weird. And he was lucky he ghosted there, because that would have been a very bad, unsafe rejoin had he not ghosted. But then at this point, I didn't know how many of these guys had pitted in front. I knew that this guy had pitted, and I mean, look at how much time he's gained. I mean, those fresh inters were kind of worth it, to be honest, because he's going to slot into this group like here, this absolute battle pack. So, but I wasn't aware of how much time I'd actually gained by pitting that early, because I thought my laps weren't actually that quick. This guy just having an absolute nightmare. I think, yeah, he's actually got a puncture on the front right, so... Oh, I think he will have got a penalty for that as well. These guys end up coming in for the pits. This guy puts fuel in. Oh, no wonder he came out so far behind. He put fuel in the car. And then Tulip tries to go around his outside, but he's on the wet, so he's got no chance. Yeah, so mediums was the right choice, and then there's me just completely fumbling over that corner. And then there's not really anywhere for him to go here, because obviously he didn't want to go at the inside, but then I just completely run wide and I can't get the power down. One thing I will say that I did okay was every time that I obviously went offline and got water on the tyres, I wasn't trigger happy with the throttle, and I actually kept it calm, and I was like, right, I've lost that position, but at least I'm not dead. That was the only thing that probably I did alright. Because another thing as well is that by the time we get to lap 90, this is when Tulip overtakes me, I have not realised yet that the track is much drier than what it actually is. So it's like even running offline, it's not super wet. And I just didn't use that, I was still taking it very cautiously. And that's probably something that ruined Tulip's race, is that it actually held him up more. But I didn't really feel like fighting him too much. I felt like he was going to overtake me anyways, and if there wasn't going to be any fireworks in front, I had to sort of back out of it here, because I thought I don't really fancy doing it through this section of track. But yeah, he's gone offline there, and it's still, the moisture meter is still below 33%, so it's like you could have actually put dryers on and just ran the track normally, really. I don't know, I feel like I could have done better. I might do another attempt at this, but I don't know. No, we just need to see this final bit. So how bad are his tyres are actually better than Tulip's. I think that's just a product of the Lexus being terrible on its tyres. He comes around here, and they're both understeering like nuts, and that's where I thought Roses had thrown it away, because he'd gone onto the AstroTurf and I thought he'd lost a lot of time. But then coming into the final corner, he sort of has a sniff, and there was actually a gap there. There is a little bit of contact, but nothing too major. I thought for sure the GTR would have had a worse exit, but the Lexus then starts to use its straight line speed, and yeah. Is what it is, unfortunately. But anyways, thank you for watching, whoever does. And I might do another attempt. This might not be the end of the fun at Dragon Trail Gardens, but we'll see, because I did get a good haul of points, but I feel like I could have actually won the race had I just driven normally and not like a terrorist. So yeah, I shall see you for the next live stream, whenever that is.